الله لا إله إلا هو له الأسماء الحسنى.
رسوله الكريم. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. كل نفس ذائقة الموت وإنما توفون أجوركم يوم القيامة. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. رب زدني علما رب زدني علما رب زدني علما رب زدني عملا رب زدني عملا رب زدني عملا. My dear respected elders, brothers and sisters who are listening to my speech, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, I like to speak on a topic called Ta'ziya condolences. Condolences. Ta'ziya, what it means in Shariat. How do we do ta'ziya when someone passes away? How do we console and comfort the bereaved and the relatives of the deceased? According to Shariat. I will come to that anyway. The ayat I read, كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ وَإِنَّمَا تُوَفَّوْنَ أُجُورَكُمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. These ayats, similar ayats, كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ, are informing us that every one of us will pass away. Every soul will taste death. There's no single soul which will not taste death. In another place, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, كُلُّ مَنْ عَلَيْهَا فَانٍ وَيَبْقَى وَجْهُ رَبِّكَ ذُو الْجَلَالِ وَالْإِكْرَامِ. That every single thing will perish except for the Dhat and the being of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be left. Nothing will be left except for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we know in reality too, we know because our religion has told us first that Allah and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has told us that you will pass away. We believe in what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says. But the reality is showing us too that there's no single person can live forever, eternity. Everyone will pass away. Someone is very lucky who will go over a century. More than century, that's a bonus. Otherwise, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that my ummah, my nation, age is between 16 or 70, between 60 and 70. That's the average age. Hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is indicating anything extra than 70 is a bonus from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself departed from this world at the age of 63. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala departed from this world at the age of 63. Hazrat Umar radiyallahu ta'ala departed from this world at the age of 63. Same with Hazrat Ali radiyallahu ta'ala departed from this world at the age of 63. Hazrat Usman radiyallahu ta'ala departed from this world over 80. And there's Sahabis who lived more than that, like Salman Farsi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. They say he lived for about 250 years, some say 350 years. Because he was first a Yehudi, then he came, first he was a Yehudi, then he came Isai. Before that, he was worshipping fire. So he was the idolater. He came through a lot of changing. And that all happened in years. So basically, Salman Farsi radiallahu ta'ala was at age 250 or 350, whatever age he was, he died too. Eventually, he passed away too. So everyone will pass away once, and we all are going to die. Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, tabligh years was 950 years. Just the tabligh. When he just conveyed the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Quran says it was what? 950 years. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. Just the tabligh. His age was more than that, but he had to pass away too. Everyone passed away. Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, when Malakul Maut came. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, rule regulation is for the Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam, when their soul have to departure from this world, the angel Malakul Maut comes and asks permission, can I take your soul out? That's the rule regulation for all Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam, not for me and you. The angels have to take permission. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends Malakul Maut to Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. And Musa alayhi salatu wasalam said, why are you here? He said, to take your soul out, to ruh out. Can I take it out? He punched him. So because Malakul Maut was in the form of a human being, and so when he's in the form of a human being, the strongest person is who? Nabi. So when he punched him, his eye came out. And then he ran to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and said, your banda, your servant does not want to leave this world. You sent me by a person that he's not ready. He's not ready. So he punched me, look at my eye. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fixed his eye and said, go back and tell him, what do you want? How much age do you want? He can put his hand on the skin of a cow or bull, and whatever hair comes on underneath, he can have that much age. So when Malakul Maut came and said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to put your hand on top of a cow, and whatever hair comes underneath that's your age. Musa alayhi salatu wasalam said, then you have to die. He said, oh, if that's the case, take my soul and ruh out by thing. Take my ruh and soul out by Baytul Muqaddas. And Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam says, if I was by Baytul Muqaddas, I would have shown where the qabr and the grave of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam is. So the conclusion of what I'm trying, I don't want to go long in this topic. My main topic is the other part. The conclusion of this is that every one of us will die, no matter whatever age we are. And the average age of this ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is 60 to 70. So we all are going to die. When we die, how do we console and comfort the bereaved? Someone dies, I die. I give my example normally because everyone is scared of death. So everyone's going to die, and we all know. So when I die, how will you comfort my loved ones? How will you console my loved ones? What's the procedure of condolence? What's the procedure? Every area, every country has a different method. Now, sometimes when we come to Taziyah condolence is what we say. Some people go to the extreme and say this is all haram. That is wrong too. Some of the things we are doing, that is wrong too. Why don't we just go and ask Shariat? Why do we knock the door on the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Quran Kareem, and ask hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? What did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam do? What did the Sahaba do? What did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam say? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that those who goes by the bereaved and consoles him and comforts him. On the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will dress him with a shawl of honor. Someone dies, take me, I die, and someone, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, goes and comforts and consoles my children that your father has died, we are sorry for your loss. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you sabr. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says that on the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will dress him with the garment and the shawl of honor. So there is sawab. But and in another hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says that he will get the same ajr and reward as the bereaved. What does that mean? It means when the bereaved, the loved one who has lost a loved one is suffering, but does sabr and patience, the sawab Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give the loved one and the bereaved for the sabr. That person who has consoled him and comfort him and then condolences with him, he will get the same reward as he will get. This is what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. So ta'ziyah and condolences is a mustahab, appreciate amal. But what do we have to do? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught us that you go and make a dua to them. Comforting them in this way, that tell them that we are so sorry for your loss. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you sabr. That person, he was a great person. We knew it, and we are sharik, and we are a part of your grief. You have said that. Not the way we are doing it. We just come inside and say dua, up and down, up and down. Keep on down. That is wrong. The meaning of ta'ziyah is, the meaning of condolences is that you comfort and console the bereaved, the loved one who has lost a loved one, and you comfort them and say, we are sorry for your loss. That is the way. And this is not, I'm not just saying that. I'm saying that there's no specific wording for it. No specific wording for it. But if you look at Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you find a few examples. There's a lot of examples. I'll give you one or two examples. Abu Salma passed away. He got hurt in the battle of Uhud. When he passed away, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam went by Salma radiyallahu ta'ala anha. Now, Salma was the wife of Abu Salma. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam comfort her, consoled her, and give her good wordings. And said, I'm sorry for your loss. May Allah give you an even better husband than the husband you have lost. Even better husband than the husband you have lost. Salma radiallahu ta'ala anha was thinking at that time that Abu Salma was a great husband. How will I get a better husband than him? But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam made this dua. Yeah? So when she passed her iddat, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam sends a proposal to her. She put some condition in front of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that I will marry you, but these are my conditions. Now in front of Rasulullah, so that's the right of a wife. She can she can accept the proposal with the condition, and he can do the same. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam accepted the condition and got married to her. The nikah was done. Now here, if you understand, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam made dua for her and also consoled her, comforted her. And she was thinking that who will be better than Abu Salma? So what I'm trying to, my topic over here is, my main point over here is that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam done condolences with her, consoled her and what comfort her, and told her, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you a better husband. So condolences, it has to be such, ta'ziyah has to be such, that you comfort that person, you console that person. Now, number two, the other point. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's daughter Zainab sends a message to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Some riwayat say it was a son, some say it's a daughter. She sends a message to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that my son, or some say it was a daughter, is passing away. I want you to come and be present there. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam sends a message to her, Inna lillahi ma ata. Inna lillahi ma akhadha wa lahu ma ata. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And everything has an appointed time, you go on appointed time. وَلْتَحْتَسِبْ فَلْتَصْبِرْ وَلْتَحْتَسِبْ. That ask Allah subhanahu for have the hope of sawab and do sabr. This khitab, tasbir, tahtasib, is all to who? Zainab radiallahu ta'ala. Do have the hope of sawab and do sabr. Now, even though when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave these wordings to her, he's consoling her and comforting her. But she's the daughter. She sends another message that I want you to come here. Don't just send these wordings to me. So she wanted Rasulullah, her father, to be present there. So Rasulullah went there. Yeah. So over here in this hadith also, this Bukhari hadith, is indicated that if there is a death, you console and comfort the bereaved. So the real thing is, whenever we go to ta'ziyah, whenever we go to condolence, when we can console, we should console the bereaved. The person whose loved one has passed, we console that person. Now the question is, we have a tradition, we all go and we say we do a dua. Is there any base on doing du'as or not? Yes, there is a base. In Bukhari, second jil, Abu Musa Ashari radiallahu ta'ala anhu is indicating that after when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam conquered Makkah al-Mukarramah, we went in the battle of Hunayn. After that, we went in the battle of Otas, in the battle of Hunayn and Otas. In one of these battles, my uncle was made as Amir, as a leader of an exhibition. And in the exhibition, he was shot with the arrow right in his knee. When I went by my uncle, who's saying that? Abu Musa Ashari. And his uncle is Abu Amir. I went by my uncle and I said, who shot this, my uncle? He indicated that person. So I went and fought that person and destroyed him. Came back by my uncle and I pulled the arrow out of his knee. When I pulled the arrow out of his knee, white water came out. He said, I'm not going to live. This must be a sign, some kind of sign. He's seen white water coming out, no blood. So he said, it looks like I'm going to pass away, but do me a favor. Give salam to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Give my salam to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And ask Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to ask forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me. So Abu Musa Ashari radiallahu ta'ala says, after a while, my uncle Abu Amir passed away. And when I came back, I gave all the karguzari, all what happened. And I told Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, my uncle was shaheed. The Amir you made, Ya Rasulullah, he's shaheed. And he sent his salam just before he passed away to you. And asked you, may you make dua for him. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam raised his hand. This is not me, alright? This is the hadith of Bukhari. And he made dua for Abu Amir, Ya Allah, accept all his good deeds and forgive him. So this hadith, which is in Bukhari, alright, is clearly telling us that if someone passes away, making dua for them in the time of condolences, any time, is proven from the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So what from all the 20-minute speech I've done up to now, the conclusion of all this is that if someone passes away, consoling and comforting the bereaved is mustahab. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has done himself. And the wording for this is no specific wording for it from Quran Hadith. But it should be something like this, that you comfort, anything that will comfort the bereaved. That we are sorry for your loss and we are paid respect. And all this should be said in a nice wording, that something will comfort the bereaved. Yeah. And the other thing is, the reward for this is that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says in two hadiths. One hadith says that those people who console and comfort the bereaved, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dress them with a shawl of honor on the day of judgment. Yeah? And he says in another hadith, he will get the same reward as the person who's in pain. When he does sabr, he will get the same reward of this sabr. So these two hadiths are the key. Another thing is doing the dua, that's proven. But what's not right? The wrong thing is the way we do it. So everyone has their own way of doing it. But we have a way of doing taziyat. We will go whenever the people are sitting down, we say do dua. We don't even read anything. We raise up and another person will say, and another person will say. In the same gathering, everyone has to say do dua. This is wrong. This is playing with the dua. One person, whoever is present, and one person says the dua and they read the dua, they ask for the dua, that is the right way. But the way we are doing dua, up and down, Allah, they don't even read anything. And if you start reading something, they don't like you. So that way is the way we are doing is wrong. It's proven, dua is proven, consoling is proven. Now the other thing you have to understand, my time is over, let me say 1-2 points and I'll cover it up. One point is that if I go to someone's janazah, I've done the taziyah, I've done the condolences, I don't need to go for the dua again. I don't need to go for the condolences. The janazah itself is condolence. So if I participate in the condolences, in the janazah, that's done. So I don't need to go again for taziyah. One. Number two, you can do condolences on what? On the phone. Phone someone and say, we're sorry for it. Do you have to go to Bradford? You have to go Bradford, Birmingham? You have to go to Birmingham? Do you have to go to Bradford? Do you have to go to London? No, you don't have to go. The time you are wasting and the time is no ikhlas in it. Just phone them and say, we're sorry, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you sabr. This thing is not necessary. These are all the wajats and just follow in the culture thing. Phone and do dua from here. And if you read 2 rakat nafil, I tell you my own experience. So my father passed away about a few years ago. So about 13-14 years ago. And all my tribe and all my relatives and all that, they phoned me from other cities. They said, we want to come down for janazah or we will come for condolences. I said, no, don't come for condolences. Give, the money you're going to spend to come here, give one portion, the fourth of that, in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for my father. Give Isari Sahab. That's about £20 that time. When someone's coming, he's going to spend about £100. So they just laughed it out. They didn't want to, I don't think they will give that money either. But it's just a rawaj to just come. So the main thing is nothing for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make sure your intention is right. So number one, ta'ziyah is right, but the word you have to console the bereaved is proven. Number two, dua is right, but it should be a dua done not just keep on putting hands up and down. Yeah, dua should be read. And sitting down for taziyah, so many things I have to say. Sitting down for taziyah, right? There should be appointed time, a limited time. That I will sit down, for instance, from Zohr to Maghrib. That's my time. If you can make it, very good. If you cannot make it, don't come. This way of taziyah that we have to sit down from Fajr to Isha in winter it might be easy. In summer, they have to sit down for 16, 18 hours. Where did this come from? Make life easy for yourself, make life easy for others too. You know what? I'm saying this because because no one has died recently. Anyone can die. But when it comes on the family has to have intellect and akal to make a right decision. Don't look at what people are saying. For instance, if someone dies from I will say, oh, people say he didn't even sit for the dua. Where is the way that we're doing the dua? So if you sit for taziyah, appoint the time, but give less limited time. Don't have to be 3 days. The condolences should be done under the 3 days, not more than 3 days. If someone's out of the city or comes from out of the city, that's a different thing. But there should be a time that I'm going to sit for condolences from Maghrib to Isha, so all the relatives is easy for them to come. Not before that, not after that. When that time is finished, I'm going to leave, and that will make ease for the family too. Ease for the people who are coming too. So whoever is coming condolences, they know that time. And say clear cut. Whoever makes it, very good. Whoever doesn't make it, I will accept the respect and make dua over there. You don't have to come here to make dua. So make life easy for yourself, make life easy for other people, and try to come on Shariat. Whatever Hinduism we have got from back home, throw that away. Take this out. Enlighten your brain and come to Shariat Mutahara, and whatever Shariat Mutahara says. Where is Isari Sahab? Adu Ajumawand, inshallah, on Isari Sahab too. Wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillah rabbil alameen.
الله لا